check how much dollar worth at the airport. Hey bro, we're not even out the airport yet. Stop playing.
In this tour of Puerto Vallarta, we kicked off our adventure at the popular El Barracuda restaurant. Next up, we'll dive into the lively Rio Cuale flea market, hotspot for culture lovers. After that, we hit Playa Los Muertos, where you can catch a glimpse of the famous El Mule Pier. Next, we wander through Zona Romantica, where you can get nice margaritas. And throughout this route, you can pretty much visit all the restaurants you will see through the video. This was our first dish at the famous El Barracuda. It was honestly super tasty and we had a very nice view. So good, had to come back, and also got better seats and whatever these fruit things are that people sell.
Hustle hard. All right.
We didn't know it at the time, but that taco stand you guys see right there has the best tacos in all of Puerto Vallarta, and I will stand on that, and we pretty much became regulars in this street. And then the famous flea market at Rio Cuale. After wandering through the flea market and pretty much looking at everything there was to see, we decided to cross through this bridge, which leads to Playa Atlas and Playa Los Muertos, which is about a 10-minute walk from this location, which is not bad.
They got bridges on bridges. They got that one right there. Got the alligator chilling right underneath it. I think this is like going towards Old Town. See, this was sturdy. That's why I am open. Yeah, moving like buttons. See, we can find some taco stand.
After walking through most of Zona Romantica, we ended up towards Playa Atlas and Playa Los Muertos beach, and while we were walking we ended up spotting, I think it was a hawk, and we assumed it was there to take pictures with tourists, but when we walked up we were wrong.
I thought homeboy was here to take pictures, but he's on the job. Hey, he's on the job. Make sure there's no birds around here, bud. Not a single bird.
Ended up finding a table by the water, and like usual got a couple margaritas and enjoyed the view. While there, we came across this guy who we met a couple days earlier, since I gave him a pair of shoes, and he recognized me, said what's up, gave him a little challenge. Challenged him to drink my margarita in under 10 seconds, and he said he did it in under. You'll always see vendors selling these oysters, are really good. It's hard to say no when they sell things like this. When near Zona Romantica, you have to come to the famous pier. A lot of people swim during the day, and at night it looks amazing. People usually love swimming here. This little kid said record him while he jumped. I wouldn't do that. Way too high for me. Puerto Vallarta at night is undefeated. The sunsets are always amazing, and the pier is always lit up. You can't beat these views. There you see the pier, and next we walk through lively Zona Romantica. The party starts when the sun comes down in Zona Romantica. We were walking through looking for a spot for margaritas. And just about every time we always end up at the Margarita Grill. probably one of the most touristic spots, but their margaritas are flawless. You can't beat them. This is right across Margarita Grill, and to be honest, I didn't really enjoy the pasta. I think it's a 6 out of 10, but still nice. If you want the authentic food, you go back to that taco stand from earlier and you can get it all. I usually stick with the regular carne asada. It's undefeated.
The other one says tongue, some more stuff, your toppings. And they said if you see a lot of people in taco stands, it's good. I don't see too many over there.
And if you love steak, they have multiple fine dining restaurants. This place became my favorite, called La Vaca Argentina, and is one of the 4 places I went to. My favorite cut here was the bone-in ribeye. I got it over and over and over again. This place was right across La Vaca, literally 2 steps away from there. You would think they're the same restaurant. We tried the tomahawk there, and honestly, it was good, but I'd still go back to La Vaca. This place was called La Magdalena, which was also good, but like I said, still prefer La Vaca. But if you still want good tacos, El Tizoc Tacos is a place to come.
And the beach. You gotta come to the cuts. It's like it's not the
Tacos are south going towards El Malacon, and the steaks are going north. One of my favorite stays in PV, Mia Hotel. We ended up staying here for a month one time because we liked it so much. It has amazing views. At night you can see the city lights from the rooftop pool, and it's always lit up and the water's warm. It's good vibes. Can also find a good pasta place across this sign. Came here for multiple occasions and liked it every time we came. When the sun starts to come down, the real party begins in El Malacon. And just like the taco stands, these vendors usually come out after 5 when the sun starts to come down. They usually have all types of sweets, fruits, and just the best desserts. Probably the best place to come after dinner. See, we usually like to try a little bit of everything, you know, gotta leave a little room after dinner, come here. And when it gets even darker, these guys usually come out. I usually see them multiple times a day, but I don't know how they last upside down like that. I think my head would explode, to be honest. And like usual, have to find a good spot right in front of the water, have a little margarita, and enjoy the views. If you want one of the most fancy and thoughtful drinks, you gotta come to this place that's near Old Town. Almost tried the whole menu, was too full. They kept on coming back to back to back, and all different flavors. Here we decided to get a boat tour to the rocks that you could see near Playa Los Muertos. On the boat they had some fishing rods, so you know we had to throw them in the water while we was driving, and ended up hooking a couple the whole way there. It was pretty cool. After all that hassle, dinner was caught. This was totally unexpected, but on our way there, we saw 2 whales come up for air and blowing repeatedly out of their blowholes, and it was the first time any of us seen anything like it. It was amazing. When you arrive, they drive you around for some scenic views and give you the option to snorkel underneath, and it actually does look really nice. This tour included breakfast and was heading to Marietta Islands. Upon leaving, the open bar begins. Never an empty cup, always refilling it. And some drinking games. Met some really cool friends on the boat and had to keep the party going at the front of the boat. A perfect way to end your night in Puerto Vallarta is watching the amazing sunsets and having a margarita.